entered into Tony Tone's world. The Tony Tone's world.
Well, it
Just got
just
done
means
playing basketball.
you overexert yourself out there, so you just gotta recatch it.
Hydrate myself with a nice cold beverage.
Room temperature water.
They say it's actually better for you not to drink ice cold water.
I actually don't ever. Well, once in a while, like if I really want a cold water, I have some in the fridge. Most of the time, I just pull them from the 30 whatever pack that we have just sitting on the counter.
Dude, I'm an avid ice chewer person.
You know, it's really bad for your teeth.
Yeah, I know. We have a Sonic right next to us, like 2 minutes away. And every week I'll just go there and grab a bag of ice, even though we have an ice maker and we have crushed ice and stuff.
Oh,
I just like the texture of the little ball. Pause.
This man just said he likes the texture of the little balls in his mouth and when he chews them.
Yo, pause.
Yo, there ain't no repausing that one.
We're gonna start the podcast now.
No restarting the podcast. I'm now.
Welcome back to Tony Tone's World. Week 11 of NFL season. Got Cruz here. I see you're decked out in World Series gear. You still got the sticker on your damn shirt.
I just got it in. I had to put it on. I just got it in.
See that.
Like the sticker's still on the hat. Like everything, bro. It's all brand new. It just came in. But going back real quick, bro. I still being my best friend either way, bro. I'm not, no harm, no foul. You like balls like that, all good.
I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody's gonna understand what you say. I started the podcast after our conversation.
No. So you don't like the texture of the ice balls from Sonic?
No.
Speaking of Sonic, love the slushies. You get a slushie there? I'm hoping when you go, right?
Yeah.
What's your go-to slushie? Or you mix it up?
No, my old man drink would probably be just like a cherry limeade slush.
Brother, that's my shit too.
Or
my go-to is cherry limeade.
If I'm going crazy and little, I'm just feeling like whatever, fuck it. I'm going with the grape slushie with nerds.
I throw the nerds in the cherry limeade. I'm not a big grape guy.
Dude. I love watermelon. I love grape.
Oh, I love watermelon.
I love red. I love fruit punch.
I love orange too. I'm just not a big grape fan. I don't know why. It just doesn't do it for me.
Dude, I think I'm addicted to fruit punch. Like I will literally drink at least 2 or 3 fruit punches a week from either the gas station by my house or Sonic. High C
fruit punch. Okay.
High C fruit punch with light ice because I'm going to get that bag of ice because I like to chew on ice. So I just pour a little bit of fruit punch with like a glass full of ice. Dude.
You like that, what was it called? That ruby red shit. Not ruby red.
No, I know what you're talking about. No. The off-brand one?
No, not the off-brand one, but it had its own brand of fruit punch and it had a certain name. I can't remember the name of it now.
There's Minute Maid or High C. Those are the only 2 I drink. In Arizona.
Arizona. Hawaiian Punch.
Oh, yeah. When I was younger. Yeah, Arizona. I just smashed 2 tall cans of Arizona, actually.
Arizona's. I love the watermelon one. Watermelon Arizona's fire.
Maybe somebody that's listening to this would have already know this, but I just got done being live on TikTok playing basketball. This whole live thing is kind of weird to me. I don't know. I've done it for Twitch, but not for like IRL type shit, I can see
why it's different? It's because it's your friends and other people that follow you on TikTok opposed to Twitch was gaming people.
Yeah.
And it's just a different type because it's a different judgment. Like, I don't know. Not that you're obviously your friends and people hear us on here. Yeah, but we're just bullshitting. Like they're actually watching you, play a little basketball, do stupid shit when you go live drunk. Not that they've never seen that in person.
Shout out to Mega. I told Tavo that you told him to pass the ball, and he started laughing. Pretty funny. And Joel, Pussyman for 3. one day we were playing basketball at a gym over here. It was in the morning, and we had just gotten done playing like a full court session with other guys, and everybody was leaving. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. We're all leaving, and some guy decked out in like whole Jordan outfit, shooting sleeve, everything. He just comes on the court and just like while we're walking out, he just screams out "Pussy Man" for 3.
What the
And just
fuck?
it was just so random. It was so fucking random, and we just started laughing and walked out. It was
He
just
was calling himself Pussy Man for 3.
yeah, like he was
That's
calling
funny.
like back in the day when you do like
Yeah.
the 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was doing that. It's pretty funny.
That's hilarious. I always find it funny when people give themselves their own nicknames for shit like, like that.
Yeah.
Like you don't get to give yourself a nickname. It's only a real nickname.
I
if
mean,
somebody
I've
gives
been
it to
I've been
you.
known to do that.
Oh, I know you have. I was indirectly calling you that at the same type of thing.
I mean,
Mr. Tony calls himself Himothy in our Discord.
Himothy, the man, T-Rex. Just kind of depends on what game I'm playing.
Yeah. He has to stroke his own ego because nobody else does.
Be clutching it.
Mm-hmm.
Arc Raiders, clutching it. Tarkov, be clutching it. Red Sec, clutching it.
Well, you do the opposite of clutching it. You get your team killed.
No, I'm the clutch, you're the crutch. The clutch and the crutch.
Listen, you can lie all you want. We all know that's the complete opposite, but all good, all good.
All right, let's get into this. This past weekend, Bears played the Giants. Man, what a crazy fucking game. Again, the Bears didn't look that great. Somehow they pulled it off. We did our penalties did go down this past game, but we couldn't score any offense until the last quarter. We only scored 7 points in the first quarter, and then we came back and scored 17 in the second half. First half and second half. Caleb Williams had 220 for 1 touchdown. DeAndre Swift had 80 yards. Dunzier had 86 yards. I don't know. Like they gave us time at the end, and like I was telling you a couple of weeks ago, as a Bears fan, we're always used to them at the end just not being able to pull through, and honestly, it just feels like a changing tides or whatever the fucking saying is. That Caleb's once again was able to come down the field and score it himself. Actually, run it in. It was fucking awesome. It was awesome to see. He's progressing now. Granted, last couple of games for the Bears, we played the Giants, we played Cincinnati. We got spanked by the Ravens, and we beat the Saints, and the Commanders before that. But I don't know. It's just it's good to see that they're beating teams that they should be beating. This upcoming game should be pretty fun to see. I know the Vikings think they may have a couple injuries on their end, but either way, they do still have some weapons on that team, and obviously it's a division matchup, so they'll always play us hard. But I'm glad to see that he was able to pull that shit out because it was pretty nasty.
Yeah, the Vikings will definitely be a good test for them. I think the Vikings are actually getting healthy. They got back, their QB. They got back majority of their wide receivers. So yeah, they're feeling pretty healthy. I think defense, I'm not positive, but it'll be a good test for Caleb for sure. For him to see and perform against a better defense. The Giants are obviously not too great, so definitely a good thing the Bears did pull out that win. I think we both kind of talked about it. We expected them to win that. So yeah, it was scaring me, and I didn't tell you this because I didn't want you to think I was just jinx or anything, but majority of that game, I'm like, damn, did I really jinx him again? Because I decided to pick up Caleb and start him again in one of my leagues. So I'm just hurting for a quarterback. I'm literally flying a different quarterback every week right now. And so I ran with them, and he ended up doing pretty well. That touchdown really helped it out too. That was a moment for him of like, I am not going to be denied. I'm gonna, I'm going out, all the way to get that touchdown because he could have easily ran out of bounds at that point on the 2 or 3 yard line and not pushed it, or but he wasn't going to be denied. So it was definitely a nice run. Loved it for my fantasy points for sure. But yeah,
I'm trying to hold on. CJ Gardner had a fucking sweet ass sack at the end. I'm trying to pull up who it was. Was it Zacharias? Maybe it was him. He had 4 drops that game, and it was killing us. No, I'm sorry, no. He had. Fuck, I can't remember who it was. Was it Burden? I don't remember. It was one of the receivers, man. He just couldn't fucking catch a ball to save his life.
I think it was Burden. I remember seeing Burden drop like 1 or 2 catches. But maybe I'm wrong.
I can't remember.
No, it wasn't Burden. Burden was 3 for 3.
I feel like it was.
Zacchaeus was 1 for 4, so it probably was Zacchaeus.
Yeah, he was just dropping balls left and right, and it was pissing me off because he was like wide open, and the velocity on Caleb's fucking throws are getting pretty fucking fast, dude.
Confidence.
Yeah.
It's confidence. Yeah, it's just confidence in his throws. He's not second guessing them or lobbing them. He's confident in where he's throwing it, how he's throwing it, and that's a good sign for him. I mean, he still did have 16 incompletions, which obviously you want to see that get better. But if there were drops, then some of that's not on him. The crazy part is the person who went over 4 in receptions this game was DJ Moore. He didn't get a single reception in this game.
Well, he got injured.
Well, yeah, but still, you went 0 receptions for 4 targets. I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
Dunze, you think of Dunze's dad is complaining now with his 10 targets, 86 yards, and a touchdown?
No, they had, I forgot what the comment was, but they had asked Odunze about his dad's comments after last week's game. And he had said something funny to like the effect of like, oh, he won't be talking now or something like that. Like just to like shut him up. And like he mentioned that he did talk to his dad and stuff like that, but that's his those are his comments, not how Odunze feels and so forth. And then his dad unpinned that tweet. So it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. It was pretty funny when you heard I forgot what the commentary was after the game, but yeah. Another thing I'm loving, dude, these after game videos that we see of the locker room.
Ben Johnson
and the team, game balls and shit, man. That shit hypes me the fuck up, dude. Going into work on a victory Monday just feels so much better than it does when you lost. And if we would have lost that game, it was a game. It was just like the Bulls today against the Pistons when they lost, or even against San Antonio 2 days ago, where they had the opportunity to win, but they fucking just gave it up. But yeah, it was a game that they should have won, and they did. They came through, and yeah, it's a different feeling being a Bears fan now. I feel we have confidence back. If there's 2 minutes and we're down by a touchdown or down by a couple points, we have that confidence of, hey, our offense can actually get this shit done now.
Yeah. I mean, Ben Johnson's really proving the fact that quality coaching makes a significant difference for teams. And, when you give them the confidence in their offense and the ability to execute, the talent will come through. And, that's what's happening. So, yeah it's, they're still working through growing things because they probably should have put away the Giants a little bit easier than they did, but that's no harm, no foul. Now that they got the win, it was pretty shitty to see Jackson Dart go down because obviously he's been killing it himself with his injury. I think he got a concussion. I mean, he was dogging it out. Maybe he pushed Caleb to make that run in that inning, that quarter, because Jackson Dart had 2 nice runs of his own for touchdowns against you guys, and was carrying the Giants on his back, and then that was shaded again to see the concussion on his part.
Russell Wilson come in and not do shit.
Oh, he's terrible.
He actually did have like a couple passes first, like right when he started, but then he just became terrible. Did you hear the news that Jameis Winston's going to start?
Really?
Didn't I tell you that a couple of weeks ago about Jameis Winston going to the Giants? I swear I did.
No, Jameis Winston's been there.
No, starting playing.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but he's been there. I don't know why, honestly, when Russell was playing so shitty, it almost feels like they intended for Russell to play shitty just so they can say, okay, we can throw in Jackson Dart, like have an excuse to do it.
Yeah.
Because to be honest with you, like that should have been Jameis Winston from the beginning. And
Yeah.
I think that's why they never traded him, because they knew that eventually it wasn't going to be Russell that they put in, it was going to be Jameis Winston.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as much as Jameis Winston sucks as like, he may not be like a, Super Bowl winning quarterback, he's gonna be throwing that fucking ball. So,
Yeah.
I mean, as far as fantasy goes, if you
Yeah.
have one or two of those receivers, you might have some luck down the road, especially if you
Yeah.
need some receivers to score some points.
Wandale Robinson, Darius Slayton, and they're I think he's a rookie. I don't know. Theo Johnson. And those guys are on the waiver wire. Go check them out, because Jameis Winston's gonna throw the damn ball.
Yeah. Devin Singletary is still looking pretty. He can make some runs, man. He's still got it a little bit.
Yeah.
He ran on us a little bit down the sideline.
He only got 20 yards. It was probably he had a 41-yard catch.
That's probably what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a catch. Because Tyron Tracy outperformed him, and Tyron Tracy is not a running back. He should not be a running back. I think he's like a converted wide receiver into running back, one of those types of guys. And he's just, I don't know. They need Scadaboo's obviously their guy, but they need a better backup.
All right, let's get into our picks real quick. And we'll talk about all the games while we go. I don't know what this looks like, so between you and I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna look.
We got decent. I think we're at like 3. I think we got 3. I know 2. I'm pretty sure 2 we lost.
Let's see. We got 3.5. How the fuck did we get a half a point?
What the hell? Did we push on something?
Let's see. Panthers. Oh, the fucking Panthers. What the fuck happened to them?
Dude, they just no-showed against the Saints. It was I was really surprised by that. They yeah, it was horrible. They literally just no-showed and got outplayed.
I feel like we said that we weren't going to bet on the Panthers ever again in the last couple of weeks. Or am I tripping?
I don't know. I don't think so. They just remember, because I had said that they were a different team with Bryce Young, which they had been playing great. And then I don't know, they just had games like this where they just didn't show up. Bryce Young had an interception.
Bryce Young had 124 yards.
Yeah, and they made Tyler Show, or whatever his name is, Show on the other team almost 300 yards passing, and he's terrible. So I don't know. I don't know what the hell happened in that game.
Colts -6. What did they do? Oh, what the fuck? That's the... I don't know what the fuck happened here. What was the score?
Well, we pushed. They won by 6. So I guess it was a push, so they gave us half a point.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I guess that's how they work with the Super Contest. We never had that happen before, because we hit -6, but since we didn't fully cover it, we only got half a point. I don't know.
Oh, they went into overtime. That's when Jonathan Taylor went off 244 yards for 3 touchdowns.
Dude's insane.
That is fucking nuts. And then Daniel Jones still threw for he threw for 255 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, I woke up to him. I was facing my dad in my family league, and I woke up to my dad being up on me by 50 whatever points in fantasy, and I'm like, oh, great. Well, this game is done. Somehow my team pulled it out, but yeah, 50-something points. Waking up to that is horrible, because they were playing in Berlin, I think it was.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Guy's insane.
This game should not have been close. The time of possession was 40 40 minutes for the Colts, 26 for the Falcons.
Yeah.
I mean, penalties. Colts gave up 56 yards in penalties, and Falcons gave up 35 yards in penalties. I mean, I don't.
Few
Well,
big
here
plays of a difference, I guess.
no, the difference was the defense for the Falcons. Colts allowed 7 sacks,
Mm,
but then the Falcons gave up 6 punts. It's crazy.
I don't know.
That's wild. We didn't think the Falcons were even going to be close to this.
No, I probably shouldn't have been, but it sounds like their defense, because obviously we didn't watch the game because of the time of it, but it sounds like their defense just did good with 7 sacks. And no, the
The
Colts
Colt,
had the 7 sacks. The Colts had the
yeah,
7 sacks. I don't know, man. Either way, probably shouldn't have been that close. I didn't mind it because I have Drake London in fantasy, and he had a pretty good game for me. But yeah.
we had Rams -4. They covered.
Yes, sir. That was that my pick? I think that was my pick, right?
No, I think
I
that was both
remember.
of our. No, that was both of our picks. I think your pick was the Lions.
Okay, I don't remember. I don't remember.
I
No,
took
I
the.
think we both picked the Lions.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I took the Bears -3. They fucking barely won that. They won by 4. So I'll take that. Lions -8. Lions blew out the Commanders.
Yeah. Yeah, or
Marcus
maybe I
Mariota
did
was.
take that. I don't remember what the hell I took. Either way, they won. That was it was I just fairly confident they weren't gonna have 2 bad games in a row. So that's a good solid win for us.
Yeah. Damn, we would have had 4 if that fucking Colts they'd have allowed a fucking field goal at the end.
Yeah.
They stopped the game right as soon as Taylor ran it in for that touchdown. All right.
Well, they always do in overtime because any point scored wins it, unless it was the first possession, I think. So,
Did you watch any of that Monday Night Football game? The
remind me which
Eagles
game
and
was.
Packers.
Hell no, dude.
Man, that was
I
such a
was at
boring
something.
game, bro.
I was following it because where I told you I was facing my dad, and he only needed 10 points to beat me, but he had Jordan Love going. So I'm like, I wasn't very confident in the fact that I could win it. But man, Jordan Love just had a shit game and did nothing. So
Yeah.
he fumbled the ball once or twice, I think. So that didn't help him. And yeah, I ended up winning the game because of that. So yeah, that game was horrible. Like they did nothing the entire game. They didn't score a touchdown until like the final 6 minutes of the game on both teams. Like, it was just terrible. I don't understand. And both of their defenses aren't great. Like, they're just okay.
Yeah. Did you see that Dolphins upset against the Bills?
Oh, I couldn't believe that shit.
Me neither. Josh Allen had 306 yards. Tua had 173 yards. Difference, obviously, was the running backs. Achane had 174 yards for 2 touchdowns. James Cook had 53 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bills just couldn't get shit done until the fourth quarter.
Yeah. The Bills, they're a great team, right? But they don't have, and they never give Josh Allen, like, his go-to guy. Like, he doesn't have a go-to real dominant number 1 wide receiver.
Yeah.
They continue to they got rid of Diggs when it was him, and because of whatever issues, and they just were like, "Oh, we can do without." I think they thought Keon Coleman would develop into a number 1 for him, and he really just hasn't. He's like a strong number 2, but he's not a number 1 guy over there. So it really causes the Bills to just throw the ball everywhere. They don't have that dominant guy, and yes, he's making shit happen over there, but Yeah, I mean, when he's throwing the ball 40 times, it's not a good recipe for them to win a game, honestly.
Yeah. Um, what do you think about the Patriots? They're like on a 6-game win streak or something like that.
Yeah,
They're
they've been looking good, man.
Drake made 270 yards for 2 touchdowns. Henderson for 147 yards. 8-2, leading the AFC.
Yeah, that's the one we had talked about. We were both kind of like we liked the Patriots, but weren't confident in it. Remember we were
Yeah.
debating, and they ended up pulling it out. Man, I got to tell you though, I'm low key. I think it's still like I have like Tom Brady hangover because like every time I see the Patriots, like I'm like the inner me wants to say, nah, screw the Patriots. I'm going against them. And
Yeah.
that's just because I hated Tom Brady back in the day and how dominant they were. Like I still have a no, the Patriots can't be good hangover, but Drake May's been killing it. And Henderson went off.
Yeah. Let's see. Ravens beat the Vikings. We thought that was going to happen.
Mm,
Texans, Jaguars. We didn't really know what the hell was happening here. What's his name? Didn't even play. Your boy, CJ Stroud.
he's hurt. He has a
Yeah.
concussion from last week. Yeah.
Davis Mills came in and almost 300 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, they scored 26 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they just couldn't be
The
stopped.
Jags
I don't
fucking
know.
gave that game up.
Yeah.
Let's
That means it
see.
would have been 29-10.
Yeah.
29-10. That's insane. That's kind of low key overlooked. I didn't even realize they came back that far.
Yeah. Another person that, might be done with. I mean, this might be his last year would be Aaron Rodgers. I
Yeah.
think there's a streak. I can't remember. It's like 10 seasons or something like that where Tomlin's been and made the playoffs for like the last 10 seasons or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
This might be the season where he might not make it. They're 5-4. They only scored 10 points against the Chargers. He had
Yeah.
161 yards for 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions.
And supposedly, I've heard people calling and saying that they want him back for next year. And Aaron Rodgers, I don't think is committed to coming back next year. But
He has to go do some ayahuasca, brother.
I mean, the Chargers are a good team, right? Like the problem with the Chargers is they could be so much better, but they have a very bad offensive line. Like their
Yeah.
offensive line is terrible. If they had a better offensive line, this team would honestly probably be unstoppable because they have a very solid defense. I'm not going to say it's great because they have a lot of good players, but I think that they're still missing something. And but their offensive line is terrible. And Justin Herbert is a phenomenal quarterback. And if he had more time and he would literally be putting up crazy stats, especially with all of his wide receivers that he has to throw to.
Yeah. Check this stat line. These two quarterbacks. Who do you think is going to win? 167 yards for 2 touchdowns, or the other quarterback for 54 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception?
I mean, that's a given, right? 167, but I'm assuming it's the opposite.
It's the opposite. Justin Fields had 54 yards for 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and they still won.
Well, didn't they have like 2 special teams touchdowns in that game?
Yeah.
Which and I think they were the first 2 touchdowns of the game. Some
Yeah.
shit like that.
They scored
But
14
oh
right off
my
the bat.
god. Dude, have you watched some of the film on Gabriel?
No.
He is terrible.
For real? Why aren't they
I
playing
mean, he
Shador?
is. I don't know. It has to do something where like media
Pride.
stuff, and I don't know. Maybe they don't want to show that they got it wrong, but he is terrible. He just like he looks like a little like I don't know. He's just terrible. He's under pressure. He's horrible. Like he is flat out missed people. His footwork is horrendous. Like he misses wide open people. It's it's horrendous. I mean, obviously, I don't watch these games with the Browns typically, and the only
Yeah.
reason why they're even doing decently, I think, in some of the games that they've had where they were close is because of their defense is pretty damn good. Dude, I have no idea why they're not going with Shador Sanders or why they even gave this kid the ball over Joe Flacco because of a few bad games. Like, he's terrible.
Yeah. I think the early news right now is that they're sticking with him too. They're
I
not
mean, maybe they're
changing.
giving him the season to see if something changes and then running with Shador, but I mean, maybe they don't want to give Shador this shitty. I don't know. I really don't. But the fact
Shit,
that they
it
haven't
won't
even
hurt.
given him a chance yet,
Yeah.
like, why haven't you given him a chance, a game?
What is it? The owner wants him to play, but the coach doesn't want him to, or some shit.
Dude, I don't know.
His dad's gonna come out and coach the Browns.
Maybe it's a negative locker room attitude that they're worried about. I mean, maybe he's, I don't know. Maybe they're
Yeah.
worried about the Dion effect. I really don't know. But Dion's in his own negative world at Colorado right now because they've been playing terrible, and hell, Dion
Yeah.
might lose his coaching job over there. So I don't know.
What was it? Did you hear that Belichick was going to be? He's coaching Wake Forest, but apparently there's like rumors of him coming back to NFL and coaching the Giants.
Oh, Belichick's coaching UNC.
No, I thought Belichick went to Wake Forest.
Oh, he's coaching UNC.
Oh, he's focused on Wake Forest. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
What's crazy about Belichick is I don't know if you've seen some of the highlights of like his girlfriend, that his young ass girlfriend
It's
in on
controlling
the
him.
field. No, like
Yeah,
she's on the field, like goes
yeah,
up and talks to him on the sideline. Like the old Belichick would never let that type of shit happen, but he over there whooped by some young ass pussy. You know what
dude, that's what the power.
I'm saying?
That's that power.
It's crazy.
All right, let's go into next week's picks. Week 11.
Yep.
I know we were like at 2,200 or something like last week. We're back down to 1,851. So let's see if we can get some good calls here. Again, 5 games against the spread. Games are subject to change in lines if they do. You know, we check them throughout the week and we change them according to what we like. But for right now, Jets against the Patriots. Patriots minus 13. I mean, I like the Patriots, but I just don't like that many points.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest.
I mean,
I
then
don't.
again,
The
Justin Fields.
Patriots are. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Patriots are a better defense.
Yeah.
They're a good special teams coach team.
Here you go, talking me into it. Because I actually now I think I might agree because also Justin Fields is being the quarterback and we just saw his stat line of 54 yards.
Yeah, it's they're. I mean, honestly, they might beat them by over 20, bro. Like the Patriots, and I'm assuming they're in New England, right? The only thing
Yes.
the only thing I don't like, if I'm going to think about it both ways, I don't like Thursday night games.
Yeah, me
Thursday night
neither.
games are like a complete toss up, and I don't think teams go in prepared as well as they should be, and they're on like not as good of a rest. So like it always just worries me a little bit more with Thursday night games. That being said, that goes both ways. So the Patriots are still a better team. I just hope they don't get lazy later in the game
Overlook them.
and let them score points when they shouldn't. You feel me?
Right. End of the game, garbage points or some shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's my worry, but I do think the Patriots win that game, and I think they cover.
Okay. Commanders against Dolphins. Dolphins minus 2.5. I don't want any part of this game.
I don't either, but I'm gonna tell you, I think the Dolphins win that game.
I don't trust Tua. I am going to say I have more trust in Mariota.
My trust is in A-Chain and what's his name knows how to throw the ball, and Waddle will be open. The Commanders don't have a great defense.
Okay.
Dolphins win the game.
All right. Green Bay against the Giants. Green Bay -7. Now, with Jameis Winston coming back,
It's a trap game.
it
That's one of
is.
those trap games, baby. That's a trap game, but
Oh,
I don't know if I don't know if I feel confident enough to take it.
Me neither. Bears against Vikings. Vikings -3. I mean, I'm taking the Bears, but that's a given.
So I'm gonna be honest. I think the Bears are playing great right now, but I do think the Vikings win this game. I think the Vikings have a good defense. They're playing well right now. JJ McCarthy is doing his job and they're not making mistakes. So what the Bears are going to have to do to win this game is they're going to need to force turnovers. If they force turnovers, that will help them win this game because the Vikings are going to give your and granted, Ben Johnson knows this defense as well because he's been in this league for a minute, so that's going to help.
Right.
But we've seen there's still growing pains for the Bears offense that they're working through. I mean, they did struggle a little bit until they got it going late. I think the Vikings win, but they need to cause turnovers if they're going to win this game.
Need to cause turnovers, not give up the onside kick again, and for goddamn, just please stop Aaron Jones. Don't let him run over 100 yards this time.
Well, yeah, and they got a combo
Or
of
not
Aaron
even that.
Jones and what's his name, the other backup. So they tag team back and forth.
Well, that, and then, yeah, I mean, our defense overall just needs to step up because Jordan Addison had 162 yards last time and Hawkinson had 114.
Yeah.
Okay. Chargers against the Jags. Chargers -3.
I like the Chargers.
I do
Jags
too.
are just, they'll put up points, but they just never put away teams. The other team has to play bad.
Yeah.
And I like the Chargers.
Yeah, I do too. So I'm going to pick that one. Panthers against Falcons. I don't want any part of this game. Both of them just fucked us, so they can all both kick rocks.
Yeah, I don't confident either way in who's gonna show up for either team.
Bengals against Steelers. Steelers -5.5.
Did you hear Joe Burrow? I'm putting out actually, and people who don't have QB probably need to look into this. But Joe Burrow is coming back. He's going, and this is if they play him, but he's coming back on from IR. He's available to be, whether they put him on like a 21 day return window or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But he is, unless they announce that they're not going to have him come back this season. He's very close to potentially coming back and being able to on the next
And
2 weeks.
they're eyeing Thanksgiving.
Yeah. And I think it may depend on like where they're at because nobody's running away with their division right now either.
Right.
Because the Steelers are 5-4, the Browns are terrible, the Ravens started out 1-4 or whatever, so they were just barely working their way back. So the division's up for grabs.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, that's gonna be interesting. And the Steelers aren't playing horrible. I kind of like the Bengals in this. I think the Bengals could go out there and win this game.
Yeah, I like the 5.5 as well. Bucks at Bills. Bills -5.5. I could see it going either way.
Yeah, the Bills aren't. I mean, sometimes they look phenomenal, and then they go and lose to the Miami. I don't know.
Yeah. Then it's a good bounce back game for them. But then also a good bounce back game for the Bucks to show up and go to Buffalo and win a good game and show that they're just not just they're actually a contender. So
The Bucks are still hurt though, man.
Yeah, man.
Their running game is not the same without
Godwin's
Bucky
still out.
Irving. Yeah, well, Godwin hasn't been in. He played one game, I think, this year.
Yeah, I know.
Evans is out.
Having him on my bench, pissing me off.
They're not the Bucks that we know, and they've won some good games when they, but yeah, they're struggling through with the guys that they have. Kate Otten, their tight end, has been like one of their number one wide receivers. lately.
Bucky Irvin's still week to week, right?
They haven't really said anything. Like I thought he would have been back by now, but I don't know. I don't know when they're eyeing him returning because there's really been no word. I truly thought he would have been back by now from the injury that I had, but
Yeah.
something must be lingering because they haven't really said much.
Texans at Titans. Texans -6.5.
I'm not. I think the Texans should absolutely win this game, but I don't want to take the line. I haven't trusted the Texans all year, and I think the one or two times we did, they lost. And yeah,
Yeah. CJ Stroud ruled out. Oh no, he's not ruled out. No word on him yet. Joe Mixon is making progress. Yeah, I don't know.
Woody
I don't.
Marks. Woody Marks is running back for the Texans. He should have a pretty big game against the. If he's out there on the waiver wire, go grab him.
Okay. Seahawks at Rams. This will be a good game.
That's gonna be a great game.
Rams -3.
That's gonna be a great game. The one thing I will say is, as good as the Seahawks are, they need to shut down JSN. If they shut down JSN, you shut down the Seahawks.
Yeah.
That's it. You shut down JSN, you beat the Seahawks. He is their go-to. They don't really have a number 2 option. They just picked up Rashid Shaheed from the Saints, and he did do okay in the last game, his first game with them, but he's still learning the offense. They shut down JSN, they win this game because the Rams, obviously, even if you shut down Nakua, you have to deal with Devontae Adams, and if you shut down both of them, then you have to deal with the running game and Kyron Williams. So they have more weapons. It just depends on, what happens if they can shut down JSN, but it's going to be a good game.
Puka Nacua, is he still hurt?
No, Puka's back.
Yeah. Okay. 49ers against Cardinals. 49ers -3.
I mean, the Cardinals have been playing better, but Purdy is not back. I don't think he's going to be back anytime relatively soon. So it's still Mac Jones. I think the
Murray's out,
Niners
right?
win the game. Yeah, he's on IR.
Yeah.
So,
Huh.
I would say the Niners win that.
Yeah, I'd have to lean the Niners as well. Chiefs, Broncos, Chiefs -4. I'm just gonna say, give me the Chiefs. The Broncos barely beat the Raiders.
Yeah, the Broncos have a good defense, but offensively they haven't really done great. So I do like the Chiefs in this game.
All right, let's take them. Ravens against the Browns. Ravens -7.5. How can you not take the Ravens?
Yeah,
Especially if they're starting. What's his name?
yeah, the Ravens have been playing well. I think they're finally hitting their groove and working their way back. Their defense is playing a little bit better, and the Dylan Gabriel is terrible. So yeah, Ravens for sure.
What's the Ravens standing now? They're second, and it's crazy. They started off so bad, and they're already second in the AFC North.
Yeah, I mean their division literally is gifting them because Burrow obviously
Steelers
went
suck,
out.
the Bengals suck, the Browns suck.
It would have been the Bengals division if Burrow didn't go down.
Right.
But they lost all those games with Jake Browning because he was god awful, and yeah,
They won the
gave him
last 3
2-0.
games. Steelers lost the last one. Bengals and Browns both lost last 2. The Browns, yeah, I mean, I can't.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
like the Ravens.
The Ravens have forced, even with Lamar Jackson out, and granted, some of this was on the Bears, they have forced 229 points. The Browns have forced 146 all season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going. You okay with 7.5?
Yeah.
All right, let's do that. And then let's do last two Lions against the Eagles. This will be a good game as well. The Lions and the Bears actually have like a little little thing going on. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's because of the coaches and different things like that.
And
So
we're
yeah,
beating the teams that each other can't beat or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah. Um
Did you hear? I think it was the Lions. I think the Lions head coach just took over play calling from the offensive coordinator. And obviously that was Ben Johnson previously, and he
right.
called the plays. But yeah, he just took over play calling, and it's not as if they're off. They have one of the top offenses in the league, right? So he just took over the play calling from one of the top offenses in the league because he said he cited like a few things over the last few games that he didn't like, and he wants, rather than nitpicking and you know interfering with his play calling, he just said, I'm just going to take it over and go from there. So like that's
Dan
kind of crazy to do mid-season.
well, the Washington Commanders did the same thing. Dan Quinn has decided to take over defensive coordinator position as well.
That makes sense.
Cowboys against the Raiders.
Well, we didn't say who we liked in that one. The Lions.
I mean, I'm going to take the Eagles.
Really? See, I like the Lions.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Eagles.
I like the
Partly is
Lions
because
as
I want I
dogs.
want the Lions to lose.
Oh, see, the Lions are. I think the Lions are a better team, and they'll 100% beat them.
Okay, let's clip that. Let me mark that real quick. Okay. Cowboys at Raiders. Cowboys minus 3.5. Coming off a bye.
Yeah. Um. So outside a few things, and obviously we know I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I'm a Cowboys fan, and the Raiders can, you know, suck a fat one. But the Cowboys have some life being pumped into their defense coming back off the bye. One, we just traded for Quentin Williams and Logan Wilson, who's a solid linebacker. Two, I have talked up a bunch, and I just hope that he is able to stay healthy because he's a phenomenal player and a difference maker on defense. Is Demarion Overshone, Agent Zero, coming back on our defense, and we have a rookie, who is coming off an injury from last year too, Revel, as a cornerback. Granted, we just had another safety go out on injury, which is a factor too, but we have some life being pumped back into our defense, which obviously has been our problem all year. It's not scoring points, it's being able to stop points being scored on us. So I'm hoping that all of those guys make a difference, and we start showing some life, and we're gonna kick some Raiders ass this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, offensively, I just don't think the Raiders can keep up. And with Geno Smith, I don't have any sort of. I mean, as much as I don't like the Cowboys, I don't believe that Geno Smith is horrible red zone stats. I mean, he's a turnover machine, and I just don't believe in him. So I can't honestly go against that. So yeah, I would agree with you. I think I would take Cowboys minus 3.5, but for this purpose, I'm not using that as my pick.
Well, with that being said, I haven't done it all year long,
Yes,
and I
you
don't
have. We
have.
both took our teams a couple weeks ago.
Okay, whatever. Maybe we did. I think we did. Whatever. I'm taking them again, baby. We're going with the boys this week for my pick. 3.5 Monday Night Football. We're gonna beat some Raider ass.
Okay. For me, let's see. I do like your reasoning for the Patriots. I don't like I mean, I know it's the Jets, but I don't know. I can't see that. The Giants against the Packers almost seems like a catch 'em game, like I don't know, maybe Jameis Winston brings in life for the Giants as well, throws the ball around. He'll have some turnovers for sure, but
Mhm.
as long as he can score some points.
My only
Bears,
problem with that one is like, yes, we're putting a lot into Jameis Winston, but we haven't seen him at all this year. So we
Yeah.
really don't know how he performs in that offense. You know what I mean? Like we've seen him perform in different offenses, but we don't know how he's going to perform in this offense. And that's the only thing that makes me nervous about trusting the Jameis Winston we know of past.
Yeah. Bears, obviously I'm taking +3, but let me see. Carolina, Falcons, kick rocks. Bengals, Steelers, Bengals minus +5.5 is where I'm leaning towards. Let me see. Any I don't know, is there, I don't think there is, but is there any like, let me see. What's his update on Joe Flacco?
So Flacco's good to go.
Limited return practice.
He's old as hell. He's going to be
Yeah.
limited no matter what every week.
Yeah.
Right,
Bucks.
they have him on like that old guy thing where like
Maintenance
old
plan.
guys they don't play on Wednesdays and then they're always questionable type shit. Like
Yeah.
it's
It's like using your car to just drive to work and back, but you're really not going to drive that on a leisurely basis.
exactly.
You just keep it in the garage, let it chill. All right. Bucks, Bills, that's going to be a close game. Texans, Titans, don't like either of them, and the backup don't have full confidence in. Seahawks, Rams, close game. 49ers, Cardinals. Jeez. I almost want to go to the 49ers, but I almost feel like I need to go to the Bears because you went the boys. Because I feel like just out of this pride, I have to take the Bears.
You've taken the Bears on weeks where I haven't taken the Cowboys, but
No, I know.
what's
I'm
your gut?
I'm gonna take the 49ers. -3.
We haven't taken the Niners much this year, so I don't hate that. So let's see,
Yeah.
if the Winers can pull out a win for us this week.
All right. So overview, summary: Chargers -3. Kansas City, man, we got all chalk again. God damn it. Chargers -3. Kansas City -4. Ravens -7.5. Cowboys -3.5. And San Francisco -3.
If I didn't take the Cowboys, I would have taken the Lions, and that would have been dogs. But or the Bengals. But I feel you. I honestly, even if you were gonna take the Bears, I didn't hate it. It's a little bit of a toss up. I do think again the Vikings will win, but I don't hate the Bears going in there with some confidence and knowing it's it's a big game. It's a division game. They got to show up and kind of. They want to win that division. They have to win games like this. They have to.
No, I agree. Oh, okay. I like the 49ers even more. Marvin Harrison Jr. is out for the Cardinals.
He is out. You're right. He is out. I forgot about that. He just had some type of surgery. Forget what the hell it was, but he's out this week. You're right.
Okay. We didn't talk about the betting scandal, or we haven't talked about the betting scandal. But before we do that, let me just go over UFC, because there is a pretty nice fight card this upcoming weekend. Okay.
Yeah.
UFC 322. Let me start with the early prelims. Let me see who's anybody here that I want to talk about. Nope. Preliminary. We definitely have some people we want to talk about. Aaron Blanchfield against Tracy Cortez. Give me Tracy Cortez all day, baby. Let's go. She's a dog. She's 12-2. She's older, but she won her last fight in decision. I feel like a lot of women fights go into decision. She lost against Doug Rose.
100%. They are always going into decision.
Yeah, they're all. I mean, most of her fights are all decisions actually. But I like this pick. Let's see. Valentina Shevchenko against Weili Zhang. Weili Zhang actually went up in weight. She's in a flyweight now. She gave up her belt to go up. In this fight, I actually like Weili Zhang.
Run it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped.
You skipped some fights, but
yeah. I'm sorry. The other fight in the preliminary. I'm sorry. Bo Nickel versus Rodolfo Vera. I mean, I'm
dude,
going
I
for
love Bo
USA,
Nickel.
baby. USA.
I think Bo Nickel's a dog. I like the way he fights.
Yeah.
I enjoy his fights. I'm looking forward to that one. I probably won't watch the prelims, but yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
All right. So main card. Beneil Dariush. I believe he just beat Renato Moicano, which he did. So now he faces Benoit Saint-Denis. Benoit Saint-Denis beat Mauricio Rufy. And then also Kyle Propolek, but he also had a big fight against Renato Moicano and Dustin Poirier in 2024, which he both lost. Actually, both in the second round too. A lot of his fights actually go in the second round, so maybe that's a good bet to bet the second round.
Yeah,
but
I'm not a big fan of Dariush. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm not either, but he's an old man. He's old man. He's my age. In
Hey,
fight
you're an old man. You just called yourself.
In this fight, I don't know. I think I'm indifferent about it, but I guess I would like to see the old dog keep winning.
He's lost 2 of his last 3 by TKO.
Yeah, but dude, who did he fight?
Well, yes, he fought Oliveira.
Arman Sarukian and then Charles Oliveira.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I'm just
dogs.
saying he lost both of those, and his win was by decision.
Yeah, no, I get you. Okay, who do you got in that fight?
Actually, his last several wins were all by decision. So if you're taking his fight, then you're banking on it going decision, because his win versus Gamrot was a decision. His win versus Ferguson in 2021 was a decision. Ferreira, it's all decisions. I think he gets knocked out.
Okay.
I think Benoit beats him and knocks his ass out.
All right, so you'd bet the TKO or a decision.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then let's see. We have Leon Edwards. He's fighting again against Carlos Prates. Carlos Prates is that Brazilian dude that smokes cigarettes between fights and shit. Avid smoker. He recently lost a decision against Ian Machado Gary. Then he beat Jeff Neal. And then in 2024, he's beaten Neil Magny, Li Jinglang. That dude was a swole ass Chinese dude. Yep. And Charles Radowski. I don't remember him. Leon Edwards, he lost to Sean Brady by submission in the 4th round. And he is lost to Bilal Muhammad in decision. Remember that fight? That was a good fight.
Yep.
I'm going for Carlos Prates.
I agree. I like Prates in the fight. I think it's just he's gonna be pretty fast for him, and I like his style of fighting. Leon Edwards been around for a while, and he's he does his thing, but he's never been.
The 2 things that kind of stick out to me in this fight is Carlos, like Bilal, are individuals that like to be on top of them, kind of like Sean Strickland, that just keep pushing forward. And Leon Edwards had trouble with that, so I think Carlos Prates would. I'm going to do the same thing. Let's see, Sean Brady against Michael Morales. Pretty good fight. Sean Brady's 18-1. Michael Morales is 18-0. Like I said, Sean Brady just beat Leon Edwards in the last fight. Then he beat Gilbert Burns by decision. And then he beat Kevin Gastelum. Michael Morales, last fight, he also beat Gilbert Burns. Damn, Gilbert. beat Geomagnetic, man. But I will say he actually he looked really, really good against Gilbert Burns. He knocked him out in the first round. I remember that fight. I think I'm going to go for Sean Brady in this fight. I just like the way he fights.
Yeah, no, I think he's a quality fighter. I want to see him rise the ranks. I mean, if he wins this, he's obviously going to be in line for the fight for the belt next as a number 2 contender.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think it'll be a good fight for sure. I don't. Who'd you say Michael Marcano fought last, or Morales fight last?
Gilbert Burns.
Oh, that was Gilbert Burns.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Wei Zhang, whatever her name is, against Valentina Shevchenko. I want Weili to win. She's going up from strawweight to flyweight. Obviously, Valentina's, she's a dog. She's been at the top of the food chain for quite some time now. So it'd be definitely a great fight for her. I also don't want to see Valentina Shevchenko do her stupid ass twirl at the end. So for that reason, I'm going with Weili Zhang.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a fan of Shevchenko. I've wanted her to lose every fight.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm honestly not a huge fan of the Zhang Weili either. But yeah, I do hope she beats her.
Last fight of the night is Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena. Gonna be a great fight. I do think Islam's gonna win. Jack fought. His last fight was against Bilal. He won in decision. Then he TKO'd Gilbert Burns in 2024, and then before that he beat Kevin Holland in decision, and another decision by Basil Hafez. But I mean, Islam is just, he's a, Khabib's part of his team, It's just, how can you go against him?
He's just different.
Yeah, he's
this
a dog,
guy's never
bro.
fought somebody like him. He's just gonna maul him to death, and he's not gonna let him breathe. It's just what they do. They literally just maul you with constant pressure, and you don't get a second to breathe in the ring.
He's since 2021, he's fought Dan Hooker, Thiago Moses, Drew Dober, Charles Oliveira, King Green or Bobby Green, and Alex Volkanovski twice, Dustin Poirier, and then also Renato Moicano, which was like a last minute fight, but he still fought him. So I mean, just the caliber of fighters that he's fought in the last several years is just far superior than Jack Della Maddalena, whatever the fuck name is.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that's who I'd go with. All right. I kind of want to talk about the betting scandal. I kind of really don't. I mean, there's a betting scandal. We have always kind of thought there was some things to it, fixed fights and shit. Apparently they're looking to over 100 fights in the UFC. Some guy was, got paid for or guys gotten paid for, losing fights, things like that. But then the MLB came out with like a report. There's a picture from, where is he from? Cleveland, or can't remember where he was from.
Well, it was actually two. It was a starter and a closer. It's from the Guardians.
Okay, and he got paid to throw balls and shit for like $12,000. Like
first pitch balls, pretty much every single time. Yeah,
that's crazy. Do I believe it happens? I mean, we know that it happened in NBA. I mean, we've had referees go to prison for it, so it doesn't really shock me.
I don't
know. It's kind of shitty.
I hate this shit. I really do. Because it's always like one of those things where, like, for guys like you and I who love these sports, who avidly watch all sports and talk about them, to hear these things, and obviously they're like unspoken things that we all know are possibilities, that we see shit and we're like, oh, that's rigged. We say it jokingly, but like sometimes, like in the back of our heads, like, damn, that really did look suspicious.
Yeah.
And to hear shit like this, like, it just, as a sports fan,
it turns you off.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It really sucks. It's a huge turnoff. I don't think it's ever. I can't say it'll ever be enough to really get me to stop watching sports. I mean, well, I guess it depends on how in depth it would go, right? Because you just never know. But it just sucks, and it probably turns a lot of people off of sports betting.
Yeah, for
Probably
sure.
really hurts the sports betting world just because people just, they think it's rigged to even bet unless you're in the know of shit.
Right. Right. I mean, we've seen it in boxing, whether it's regular boxing or Jake Paul boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's not a great look for sports overall.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to talk about is, or before I say this, do you have anything you want to say? Anything you want to
No,
bring to
we're
the table?
good.
Okay. So we've been talking about conspiracies lately, and I kind of just want to give you an update. Not
Run
update
it.
on every single conspiracy, but I want to introduce you to a new one. Actually, before I even do that, I haven't read any of it. I just know that it's been released, or some files have been released. Some Epstein files and emails have been released. Have you seen any of that?
I have, but at this point, how do we know how valid it is?
Yeah.
What's the validity of what potentially was released, and why all of a sudden is it being released, or was it actually legit? Like, it's hard to really prove at this point any legitimacy to anything that may have been released or not have been released until you see everything. Then the little leaks of shit kind of just feels like BS, people trying to funnel things for political purposes or whatever it may be. You feel me?
Yeah. Well, it kind of plays into like the 24-hour news cycle that that we live in. So like, obviously something will hit the news, whatever, and it'll last for, 24 hours, 48 hours, and then we move on to the next big thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of makes me feel like, again, yeah, you're right. I don't know if how true they are, validity of them, is that the right
Mm-hmm.
word?
Mm-hmm.
Of these files are. I did actually get access to a Google Drive. It's not hard to do, but there's like Google Drives out there where you can download the actual files and shit. But I mean, it's just a mass amount of like information. Like it'd take
Mm-hmm.
me a good year, the way I read, to go through each of one. But it is interesting. I'm waiting for other dorks like me to actually that can read, go through it, and I'll read what they say.
Well, you need programs to go and pull key things out, and
Right,
to
right.
make it simplify it for you.
People that are smarter than me break it down for my dumb ass, so then I can regurgitate it on this podcast. All right. So, do you know what the do you guys see this electromagnetic shit that's happening in the sky over there?
I don't.
Do you know what it is?
I don't. I haven't heard
So,
much about it.
there's
And
like
maybe it's a central thing. I don't
it's
know.
like a geomagnetic event that's happening right now because there was like a solar flare that was released by the sun, right? And so it's making our skies, well, it did for the last 2 days. I don't know if it's going to continue anymore, but the last 2 days over here, like in the Midwest, there's like, almost looks like the, what's that called? Where the sky turns green and blue and shit.
Oh, the Northern Lights.
Northern Lights, it makes it look like that, but like it's like red and stuff like that. So, do you know what plasma apocalypse theory is?
Nope. Enlighten me, my friend.
So it's a theory
I
that
don't. I don't go down these rabbit holes like you. Sometimes I do. It depends, but go ahead.
I don't necessarily believe in this one. I'm just giving you just informing you. So it's a theory that this geomagnetic event will cause the EMF, or electromagnetic field, of our atmosphere to collapse temporarily, which will then trigger a plasma vortex or a portal in the sky, often above the northern pole, right? And believers, and kind of almost like religious individuals, like very like religious individuals, like believe that this is this has happened in the past, and it's possibility of other civilizations that we've lost in the past, like Atlantis. So essentially, this geomagnetic storm weakens our EMF up to possibly 90%, and then it allows this cosmic and plasma energy to enter our atmosphere. And so at the same time, it opens up this portal from the space, I guess, if you will. It's a gateway to higher realms and alternate dimensions. Now, yes, I know I've gone off the deep end. All right. But in the Bible, the Quran, and other ancient mythologies, they've quoted that in those biblical sort of readings that heavens roll up like a scroll. So kind of echoing the imagery of this sort of portal, almost kind of like a black hole, if you will. Have you ever heard of that?
Listen. I'm gonna speak for all the normies out there right now and say that's a load of fucking crap,
All right.
in my opinion. Well, listen, you had me like all of the first half of that, right? Like you had me like all of that is possible, but then you took the possible and completely turned it into nonsense. I'm going to say nonsense because I just don't have a better word for it at the moment. And, you know, I don't like to, I'm going
So the
to just
conspiracy.
refrain from some of it, but I think people go and interpret things in the Bible or in the Quran or all of these things and to utilize that to fuel and find believers in the shit that they want to spew of possibilities.
Yeah.
And it's like tell me you're part of a cult without telling me you're part of a cult of people that you just want to follow and hang on every word that you say because you want to try to sound so educated by pulling shit out of your ass that nobody can disprove the things you're saying without looking like they are anti whatever by just spewing this shit. So then you just get people that are stupid and gullible and kind of look at you like, "Oh my god,
I feel
oh
like
my god, he's right."
I feel like you're talking about me in one sense here. I don't know.
No. Because you just deliver this stuff and like to listen to it because it's intriguing. It's not that you go down rabbit holes of like spewing it to force people to believe, or even a lot
Preaching.
of times you don't preach it. You don't like argue things. You just say, you just like to share shit. I think you just like
Yeah.
to really just kind of, I think you like to challenge your brain to think about different things, about the possibilities. So you're constantly taking in different information. So you're not what you like to call a sheep or a non-believer being stuck in the mind of a normal, what government feeds you. So that's why you like to hear this shit. These people that are actually doing it and shit like that, they're just, I don't know, they're knuckleheads. I'm going to just say that.
So there is a coincidence here, though. The fact that the government's been shut down, which is part of NASA. NASA hasn't released anything on 3i Atlas, anything like that. In an electromagnetic field or whatever this thing that happened recently. Some people are saying that we're in a galactic war. I'm just putting it out there, brother. I'm just letting you know.
We're
You do with the information that you want, dude.
Holy
There's
shit.
been sightings in the sky. And granted, it could be SpaceX, could be anything, really, be honest. But
are the Guardians of the Galaxy about to come out of the sky and save us?
all I know is when they pull me up and they ask me, "Hey, are you a believer? Are you a non-believer?" I'm like, dude, I've been preaching this shit. I got video of it. Don't kill me.
You weren't preaching 2 seconds ago, but now you're preaching it to save your ass. Clip it. He's full of shit, everybody. Trying to save his ass. He wants to be part of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I think think that's where I leave it at. We're in the Galactic War, brothers.
Yeah, what's your superhero name, huh? On the spot. What is it? Super Himothy?
No. It's like Chug-a-Lug or something like. I'm just be able to chuck all the beers.
That's your superpower? You're going to drink everybody to death? You're going to have challenge everybody to a competition?
No.
If I drink more than you?
It's a great question. I mean, it's also like a question that's been asked to everybody. But I don't know. I don't know. It's a tough question. I want all the powers.
Well, so you want to be a Ditto?
A what?
I turned you into a Pokemon.
A Ditto?
You know the Pokemon that can turn into other Pokemon and have their... Yeah, you want to be a Ditto?
You said a dildo.
Well, you already are a dildo. Yeah.
That's funny. All right. Let's end this shit. Till next time. Appreciate you having on. Appreciate you coming on. Jesus Christ. Can't talk. Maybe I'm drunk off this half beer. Until next time. Peace.
You have now entered into Tony Tone's world. The Tony Tone's world.